Ontario NDP leader Merritt Stiles proves once again that even a broken clock is correct twice a day. That's because Stiles finally decided to oust Hamilton Centre MPP Sarah Jama from caucus. Now, Jama has a long history of professing anti-Semitic sentiments, and she simply couldn't help weighing in on social media regarding the massacre that occurred in Israel on October 7th. One of her odious tweets was the following, quote, "I'm reflecting on my role as a politician who is participating in this settler colonial system, and I ask that all politicians do the same. I call for an immediate ceasefire and de-escalation. We must look to the solution to this endless cycle of death and destruction, end all occupation of Palestinian land, and end apartheid," end quote. Where does one even begin? For example, what is this nonsense about apartheid? Is Jama referring to the state of Israel in 2023 or South Africa circa 1983? Or is she simply lying about reality? Naturally, she professed no condemnation regarding the butchers who comprise the rank and file of Hamas, who happened to massacre 1,400 Israelis on October 7th. Shameful. Then Jama attended a march calling for an intifada and wiping Israel off the map. The flag of Hamas was displayed at this love fest. Charming. By the way, we tried to get Jama or one of her staffers to come on camera for an interview. This was some 2 weeks ago when we visited her Hamilton constituency office. Guess what, folks? Nobody home. Customer service excellence. But the thing is, not everybody in the Ontario NDP is happy with Jama's removal, especially Jill Andrew, the NDP MPP for Toronto St. Paul's. Yes, once again, Jill Andrew makes news for all the wrong reasons. Now, normally, I wouldn't care about anything Jill Andrew has to say, but I kind of have this special kinship with Jill Andrew. You see, back in 2016, I recorded a short rant about Jill condemning a Toronto Transit Commission ad campaign. For some reason, it remains my most popular video that I've ever recorded for Rebel News, garnering almost 2 million views. Was it Jill's Joker-like insanity that made it so popular? Here, check out an excerpt.
I have come to see now just how fat and black embodiment, how excesses of fatness and blackness make some people uncomfortable, especially those who were born and raised on the milk and honey, the Western comforts of Eurocentric and thin-centric body and beauty ideals. When I get out of the shower, buck naked, I just stand there and say in my best Broadway voice, "I'm a big, bright, shining star, and I'm gonna shine forever."
Anyway, why is Jill Andrew so upset about the removal of Sarah Jama from caucus, you might ask? Well, because it's racist and it's sexist, of course. It's always about racism and sexism when it comes to Jill Andrew. Indeed, Jill said the removal of Jama conjured, quote, "stereotypical tropes often used to communicate about Black people, especially Black women, who are perceived as difficult," end quote. Incredible. So what's my point, you might ask? Well, it's this, folks. If you live in Hamilton Centre and Toronto St. Paul's, you might just want to spend a little time researching the candidates who are vying for political office before you cast your ballot in the province's next election come 2026. Be thanking you. Can you imagine, folks, a member of provincial parliament right here in our great Dominion of Canada is throwing her support against the terrorist group Hamas? That is absolutely unacceptable. Please go to our new petition, which is firejamma.com. That's firejamma.com. This hate meister has to go.